How many times have you said to yourself, I'm going to succeed, and yet you keep coming up short? You probably noticed that high achievers with heart do things differently, but you just can't put your finger on it. You're curious about why high achievers accomplish more and have more satisfying relationships. It's because success is the result of your mindset and the consistent actions you take. This show is designed with your success in mind. By revealing these powerful patterns of our dynamic individuals and guest experts, you can model what they do and apply to your future success now. Let's roll up our sleeves and get started. My name is Brigitte Höfele, and this is the Success Patterns Show. And happy Tuesday, everyone. Here are the golden nuggets, and here is the golden nugget. Success patterns are more valuable than ideas. Let me explain. Ideas, while very powerful, require trial and error and a lot of time to put into action. Just think about manufacturing. First, you have an idea, then a proof of concept, then a working prototype, then small production batches, and finally, a full-scale production. This takes months, maybe even years, and you may have met some people who are collectors of great ideas, but do little else. Forget everything that you have heard about ideas. You're not looking for ideas. You are looking for success patterns. Success patterns are different. Success patterns are better. Why? Well, success patterns are proven, have a logical sequence of steps to follow, have an action imperative, and deliver consistent results. In our show today, which is content rich, you want to make sure that you have something to write with and something to write on. You're going to learn valuable success patterns from our very special guest. We have a doctor in the house. It's not a doctor as you might envision a doctor. His name is Dr. Joseph Nantomah, and he's a notable and sought after millionaire investor from Africa. Because in 2016, Dr. Nantomah and his family immigrated from Africa to Wisconsin in the United States with $4,700 to their name. And out of that, and with the help of his mentors here in the US, he built a real estate empire and assets that are currently valued at over $23 million. And it continues to grow. Dr. Nantomah owns and operates 16 businesses as a real estate investor, and I'm pretty sure it's already growing as we speak. He's a mentor, he's a serial entrepreneur, and a life coach. And Dr. Joseph Nantomah mentors individuals. He mentors individuals and groups with a focus on building and maintaining generational wealth with real estate and investing. Let's jump right in and get started. Welcome, Dr. Joseph Nantomah.
At the end of the day, you have to always look at the long run. You always have to look at the long-term result, not just what you're seeing right now. There's a whole lot that is involved in life. I am only 46. I'm not the oldest guy in the room, but I have seen things 80 years old cannot even comprehend. So I have always worked with wisdom than knowledge, and that has been my secret.
Yes. So wisdom versus knowledge. Now September 29th through October 1st is the Africa America Wealth Conference. Does anyone get in? I mean, how do people get tickets?
You go to my website. It's josephnantomah.com, /event. The moment you get to my website, Joseph, my name, my first Joseph, that's it, josephnantomah.com. You just go there, you get your ticket. Tickets are selling fast. I want to let you know because a lot of people are going to be there. We're looking at really helping people, and it's going to be amazing. The quality of people that are coming up with are going to add so much value. The value is like here, So, and how did I get here? I got here by building relationships. So if you are out there, you're struggling, you're thinking, what are you going to do next? This is an opportunity for you to build relationships. I tell people, don't go after the money. Go after the relationships. When you go after the relationships, those people will show you where the money is.
That's right. So relationships, wisdom versus knowledge, tenacity, showing up, not taking no for an answer.
No, I don't take no for an answer. Next opportunity. I have this thing I always tell my managers when they come, they're like, oh, they're sad, the deal didn't work. I'm like, the next one. Go for the next one. I mean, you're allowed to cry for 30 seconds. I understand that. But don't sit down there for 3 days and whining. Like, I'm in the real estate business. Look at your window. Hey, everything out there is real estate. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're flying. What do you see? Real estate all over the place.
But you're not. So you're in Baltimore right now. You're not just looking at the real estate. You're looking at the entire business that comes
Yeah,
with real estate.
yeah. I am not. You know what I'm here to do? I'm here to buy an assistant living home. Assistant living home. That's what I'm here to buy right now. There are so many. I started a new business. Buy a business USA. When I tell people I want to own half of America, they think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
No, you're not.
So right
No,
now,
you're not.
I started Buy a Business USA in December, and I already have 3 businesses. I have a laundry business that I bought. I got a liquidation center. So when the big companies, all the big companies, I don't want to start naming names, who are selling furniture, beds, this, that, when they clear out their warehouse and start to bring new ones, where do you think they take it to? They put it somewhere. So we have a liquidation center where we make close to $60,000 to $100,000 every single month.
How much?
60 to 100,000 every month. So we take the bed. They're not old. They say it's old. I say it's not, right? It's a bed. It's just, what do you do on the bed? You just sleep on it, right? So we clear out this thing almost on a cent on the dollar. We clear out everything. We take it to our liquidation center and people come buy it, right? So I have that now in Wisconsin, and it was bought by Buy a Business USA. And today, in the next few hours, I'll be at the center. The lady's 20. The lady has been doing this for 28 years. She's tired. She's old.
Yeah.
And she wants to pass the business. I'm buying the license, the building, which is real estate. I'm buying the staff. I'm buying everything for just $750.
So share with us a little bit about when you buy a business and you buy it with real estate.
Yeah.
Do you keep everything in one place? Do you keep everything in one entity, or do you split it?
So you have to split it because the real estate is a different business, right? It's that's the real estate part of the business. Then the other aspect of the business is separate, right? So the other aspect of the business, and guess what? I don't need to be a professional there. Like I said, I'm the dumbest guy in the room. Everybody knows everything. So the manager is there, the staffs are there, everybody's there. My job is just to make sure everything is running, everybody is together. So they manage the other aspect of the business. I own the real estate, 4 acres of land. I own it, right? Mm-hmm. So I can use that real estate to do whatever I want. I can use it to pull out cash. I can do cash out. I can do whatever I want with it. And guess what? I'm not buying it with my money. I'm buying it with somebody else's money. It's called OPM.
That's right.
So, and another thing is you have to learn to duplicate success. It's not just doing it one time. Mm-hmm. People tell you success is a journey. I'm like, no, success is a process.
Success is, and it comes in patterns.
Yes, it's 2 different words. The average guy will tell you life is a journey. I'm like, if it's a journey, you don't have a control. Again, wisdom and knowledge, because you see, people just go out there and they just say things, and because it sounds good, we think is right. Every time we hear people say things that sounds good, we think is right. The fact that something sounds good does not make it right. You have to be able to sit down and think. When you say life is a journey, that is why you're going like this, up and down, like a roller coaster. But when you say life is a process, then you have control. You know how you have control? You can decide to say, I'm not going to mingle with this kind of people. I'm going to mingle with this kind of people. You can decide to say, I'm going to show up at this time, or I'm not going to show up at this time. You can choose the people you want to talk to. You can choose where you want to go to. You can choose, like I don't let my friends choose me. That is the reason why you always see me with successful people. And you know what's amazing? And I'm sorry to say this, watch around. Everywhere I go, I'm the only African there. Because you know what? The average African, I'm sorry to say this, doesn't want to go out there where the people who are doing the hard things are. They just want to go do a job on Amazon for $30. Right?
Well, why is that? So
again, because of the background that where we're coming from, we are content with little things. We don't want to grow. We don't want to do big things. We feel like anybody who's doing something big is actually doing something wrong. Like for example, let me give you a very typical example. I'm just talking about taking OPM and buying deals. Do you know people in Africa are saying, oh, you're going to run into trouble? The average African would be like, I don't want to be in debt. I don't want to be in debt. Because when we were growing up, our parents told us debt is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take money from nobody. You know that crazy saying, oh, the person who gives you money is the king. The one who takes the money is the slave. I'm like, where did you get that from?
That's a belief system. I call it a BS.
Yeah. The thing is, there's a good debt and there is a bad
debt. Yeah.
You need to know which one you are doing. So if I take money, OPM, and I go buy myself a phone, this is not an asset.
No.
It's not going to generate money. But if I take somebody else's money and I go buy a business, I go buy real estate, then I make profit. And out of that money, you and I can split, and I use my profit and I buy this phone. There's nothing wrong in it.
That's right.
I'm using profit to buy what I want. So we didn't know these things. And when I was growing up, that was part of it, because it is called a money blueprint mindset. So when you're growing, you have a money blueprint. There's so much we can talk about. I want to come back on this show anyways.
Oh, you're going to come back on this show no matter what.
Blueprint, money blueprint. When I was growing up, my father was a great man, but he would tell me, Joseph, don't take debt. Don't borrow. Save money, save money, save money. The more I kept on. So I asked him one day, why am I saving? He said, you're saving for rainy days. And guess what happens? It always rained. Because when I save money, and
that's where the focus goes.
We are Africans. We always help ourselves. Somebody else wants to go to school. It was my money they used in going to school. And I never went to school, right? Somebody else is dying in the hospital. It was my money they used to pay the hospital bill. It was my money they used to do everything. I kept on saving. You know why? Because there is a language that small-minded and broke people understand. So we were saving. Now, when I moved away from Africa and I came here, and that's why I always say with my mentors, I started hearing what like investing. Let me tell you something. For example, the banks. When you are a consuming customer, you start hearing words like save, save money. You save this money, we're going to give you. When you are at a level of partnership, the bank doesn't tell you to save anymore. The bank starts telling you to invest. Think about it. Do you think the bank will go to Elon Musk and say, come save some money? No. The bank goes to the rich folks, the high players, and they tell them, come invest. They go to the poor folks and they tell them, come save. Because they know the language you understand. Right? No bank can come to me right now and say, Joseph, can't save your money. I'm like, what are you talking? I need my money to go do some deals. You know what they will tell you? Come to the bank. We're going to partner with you to invest, and we're going to split in your profit. So you have to understand where you're playing. Either you're playing in the small waters, where like save. And that's why they do the ads. They do the ad to the masses. Save. You get 3% APR or whatever. Right? 3? What are you talking about? I just got a deal where I'm going to be making $150,000 in 5 months.
Yeah, there you go.
You're telling me I should put my money, you're going to give it 3% in a year? What are you talking about? So these are all the money blueprint things. So like I said, and this doesn't mean people are bad or good. It just means there's difference. I tell people, like when I'm teaching people who are working, the guys who are actually working, the W-2s, I tell them, I'm not against you working. Don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you, there's two paths. There's a different way. You can work till you're 65, or you can retire when you're 50. I'm going to retire when I'm 50. I just got a 10,000 square feet land in Cayman Island just the other month. And I'm going to build a resort there, and I'm going to build a penthouse on top of the resort where I'm going to sit there and watch the ocean, right? When I'm 50, 55. So it's where do you want to go? Are you going to choose this part, or are you going to choose that part? And that doesn't mean you're good or you're bad. It just means
where you are in your mindset and where you are in your confidence level.
Yeah.
So I know that people are listening to this and they're going, "Oh my God, I am ready to build up my confidence. I am ready to learn from the wisest man in the room. I am ready." how do people, we now know how to get to the wealth conference, but how do people get in touch with you? I think you brought actually
Yeah, send me an email. You can send me an email, info@wealthfloatcoach.us. That's my email. You can go there. You can actually also book an appointment through my website, but send me an email. You see, I'm in the business of helping people. And since I came to the United States, and I started working, because I don't want to put it in I didn't learn in the United States, I started changing lives. I had to wait. But since I started my business, I have helped so many people. And that's how I became successful, because I know the secret of success. And everybody out there can teach you knowledge, book, whatever, but I can teach you wisdom. And that's what makes me different.
That's right.
You know, because when you have wisdom, you have the key. Wisdom is the ultimate thing. People just do things, they don't plan, they just wake up and they think they know a formula. And that's why you see even banks are crashing. You know why? Because knowledge will fail you.
That's right.
But when you take it a little bit higher, you sit down and you look at things from a practical and natural way, not the way everybody does things, you're going to be successful. And, take it or leave it. Even the good book says there's something called good success, right?
There's the action that will make it a good success.
Yeah, there's the action. So you have to know what good success is. And that's why you see people become successful at a point they go into bankruptcy, because that's not good success. Good success is a success that comes and stays with you and your next generation and the next generation and the next generation. And then, unfortunately, the Jewish people know how to practice good success very, very well. Credit to them. So you have to sit down and really look at people who are truly successful. And what do? Life is monkey see, monkey do.
Success modeling.
I'm telling you, it's simple. That's how I tell my kids.
Success modeling.
And you've been there when I teach. I like teaching like I'm teaching a 6-year-old. I don't want to be using all the whole monkey see, monkey do. What is together doing that is successful? Sit down, study it, know it, do the same thing.
It's not that hard.
It's simple.
It's very simple, but you got to get out of your chair. You got to get out of your couch, and you got to go in and do it and show up.
Easy. Just look at what successful people are doing. And there are 2 ways. Let me drop this. There are 2 ways to learn and be in the midst of elite. I'm going to break it very fast in a very simple story. I come to Atlanta. I'm in Brigado's house, and Brigado happens to know the mayor of Atlanta, right? So I'm there. I came, hello, and he's like, oh, this is Joseph. He's in Wisconsin, my friend. And I shake the hands of the mayor, and he goes. Question: if I meet that mayor a month later at the airport, do you think he's going to recognize me?
Probably not.
No, because there was no impact. He just met me, shook my hands, and go. But you know what the problem is? People expect him to know you. But you didn't create any impact. You didn't provide any value. But let me give you another scenario. Come to your house, and the mayor is there. He's your friend, and we're talking. I'm like, oh wow, mayor, and he's actually doing good stuff. I'm seeing all the good stuff you're doing. And I put my hand in my jacket, bring out my checkbook, and I write $1 million. And I'm like, you know what, mayor? Take this. I want to support all the projects you're doing in Atlanta. 1 month later, the mayor sees me at the airport. Guess what happens?
Oh, he will know you by name.
Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Right? Come on. The first one is get into the midst of elite through association. That's what people want. They just want to get there without giving any value, without putting any investment. You're not going to last. The second one is association through value and investment. When you meet a successful person, it doesn't have to be money, bring some value to them.
That's right.
Bring some value on the table. They're always going to remember you.
That's
Look
right.
for what, people like, oh, but he has money. Like money, yeah, money is still limited. I cannot be in 2 places at the same time, right? The guy who brought me this deal lives in Maryland. I live in Wisconsin. I have my money. I have access to money, but I cannot be in Wisconsin. He goes, he finds the deal. Now, this guy, what do you think? I'm going to take this guy very seriously. I'm going to give him a
course.
lot of opportunities. When I have things, I know where serious things are happening, I'm going to take him there. So always bring value to successful people. When you meet them, they will never forget you.
That's right. Value is incredibly important. And people don't realize that in building relationships, in bringing value. And value can be such a simple thing of, let me connect you with the person that you need to know next.
Yeah, that's it.
That's value.
Easy, easy. So, there are many things, when we're talking about how successful people build patterns and, the opportunities that are available. It's just so many things. But unfortunately, people sit down in the United States and all they can do is complain, talk about what is not working and all that stuff, and not focus on all the things that are working. In fact, when things are not working, I like it because now I'm going to go look for
an opportunity.
Opportunity. I'm going to go look for solution to make it work. And that's how you.
America is known as the land of opportunity. It's there. All we got to do is get into action.
Like right now, there's so much division in the United States. You know how you got to do? Set up an organization that brings unity.
Yes. Yes.
If you can make it work, I don't know how you can make it work. If you can bring the next person and the next person and all those different groups and put them in a room and actually have coffee together, you'll be a millionaire.
And that's part of the success pattern. It is having a authentic conversation with the other, whoever the other is, other skin color, other interests, other religious interests, anything other, right? Joseph, thank you for being on this Success Pattern show. Thank you for bringing your wisdom. I want to reiterate two things. So get with Joseph, info@wealthflowcoach.us to find out more how to coach with the Black mentor or mentoring with the Black mentor. And then also go on josephnantomah.com to sign up for the Africa America Wealth Conference in September in Las Vegas, end of September, and be there. Show up, show out, because that's how I met Joseph.
Exactly.
And you'll never know what's going to be next. All you got to do is show up.
That's it.
Joseph, thank you for being on the show. Thank you guys for tuning into the Success Pattern Show. I will see you again next week, same time, same place. Until then, thank you for tuning in, and you will notice opportunities to apply success patterns daily while eagerly anticipating next week's content-rich success patterns.